Hi, everybody. Hope everybody is well. Someone wrote to me and they want me to clarify the discussion that Hossein and I had. And I think this is an opportunity to do this rather than wait until next week. And that is regarding the opening paragraph to the second principle or second proposition of the wisdom of the throne, which I highlighted. All that which is simple in its essential reality is by virtue of its absolute unity, all things. Now, this statement is a tricky statement, but actually the relation here between subject and object is quite apparent to me. If Mullah Sadra was going to talk about the hidden treasure, or if he was going to talk about the nature of the Godhead, the Dios absconditus, the utterly transcendent Godhead, the Dhat al-Ahadiyya, the essence of the exclusive oneness, then by definition, he is not going to bring up at the end of that sentence all things. So, this sentence, كل ما هو بسيط الحقيقة فهو بوحدة كل أشياء, all that which is simple in its essential reality is by virtue of its absolute unity, all things, is actually a statement regarding the God-world relationship and not the God-God relationship. Okay? This is something that we have to keep in the back of our mind. It is also one of the reasons that Ahsai had a cow at Mullah Sadra's language, because when we read elsewhere in Mullah Sadra, and also later in this book to some degree when it comes up, this is not talking about the transcendent Godhead. This is not talking about the Dhat al-Munazzah. This is talking about the level of the Wahidiyya and the universal will and its relation to the world. We have to keep this firmly in mind. It's also a statement kind of very similar to what one reads, the kind of statements that scandalize people in Ibn Arabi, and that is because some of the assumptions are not really grasped. So if you're not familiar with some of the assumptions, it's easy to get confused by this. So this first statement of the second proposition, all that which is simple in its essential reality is by virtue of its absolute unity, all things, is a statement in referral to the God-world relationship. It is not a statement in relation to the nature of the wujud al-haq, the essence or the reality or the existence of the truly real within itself. That relationship is a transcendent, undefinable relationship as it is, but here, this is the relationship of the God manifested to the world, rather than the God that is hidden within its own ipseity. This is what needs to be understood about this statement. Once this is understood, then everything else that Mullah Sadra says about the primacy of being starts to make more sense. And we also have to understand that Mullah Sadra, when he talks about being, he's not going to talk about being without bringing up the concept of the tashkik, the gradations, the articulations within the essence of the truly real. So this is how this statement needs to be properly glossed. This is the statement that has misled a lot of people and is the source of a lot of the accusations about Mullah Sadra elsewhere. So just understand that because of how he is predicating this statement at the end of it, he's talking about all things, all creation, the ashya, right? The makhluqat. So this is the relationship of being to the existence, the absolute existence in relation to the existent, such that you cannot have a existent without the existence, which is in its absolute mode. So this is how this statement needs to be understood, and in a sense, in itself, it is sort of amending or rewriting the whole qui being qua being statement of the metaphysics of Avicenna in the way that this is articulated by the Islamic Peripatetics. So keep that in mind. Once you keep that in mind, at the level at which this proposition of Mullah Sadra applies, then it doesn't compromise what else, all of those other statements or all those other propositions that many people already take for granted about the level of the absolute transcendence of God. In other words, quote, all that which is simple in its essential reality, unquote, meaning the level of the inclusive unity, the Wahidiyah, and the universal will, the Mashiach Koliyah, which is the hidden treasure coming to be known via the generation of all the names and attributes, quote, is by virtue of its absolute unity, all things, unquote, meaning the universal being, the Kawn al-Jame, per chapter 1 and thereon of the Fusus al-Hikam. It would be a good idea to read the first paragraph of the chapter of Adam again before reading this statement by Mullah Sadra in the Wisdom of the Throne, at which point it will start making more sense. Ya Haq.